success of our regime. We thank all the seniors of whom have been there for us whenever we need their help. Mr. Kale Mahamoud, I'm requesting Mr. Kale Mahamoud. You can stand up and give us salam. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We thank for your advice that led to our success up to date. We thank Mr. Musuku Saibu, who is also on the way coming. We thank also the former chairman, that is Mr. Mbale Abdul Rahman. We appreciate the office of the great President IUI and the Down Minister for their tireless support towards the Muslim students in Mbale. We thank the management of different schools like Mbale High School, Nakal Islamic, Commences, Mount Masara, Hamdan Girls High School, Mbale Progressive Oxford High School, Joy SS, Buganda SS, Bugema Comprehensive University Link, among others, for always hosting and supporting the activities and programs which have made a successful regime. We thank the students, we thank the student leaders and students of different schools for being cooperative and supportive towards acquisition of activities. We thank the management of all mosques around Mbale City, which have been supporting us in all ways. I thank the outgoing executive members for their great love, togetherness, support, and commitment they have been escalating during the term of our regime, hence the success we have achieved today. I think this is an executive team that has been serving for 2021-2022. I thank them so much for the good work that have done towards our success. With much love and honor, we thank our dear parents for the support they have been. With much love and honor, we thank our dear parents for the support Allah have given us by being with us and always allowing us to work for the Muslim community. We do apologize for anything that went wrong in the course of our regime. I remain Wadila Yusuf, the outgoing chairman. We are always the torchbearers. We do the best possible in a voluntary manner. We never give up. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. As I said, we are having the outgoing team. And the outgoing team that has been exercising duties. I'm requesting the chief guest, the patrons, and our patron, Sheikh Mbale. I want to represent them to the audience to know the team that have been working very good for the well-being. I'm requesting members, can you stand up? Can you stand up? Can you stand up? That is the team that I have been working with. Due to the interest of time, they want to introduce themselves because the introduction has been made in the report. I think I'm requesting that you can stand down. You can sit down. The committee members have not yet arrived, but inshallah, next time. We appreciate the office of the great President IUI and the Down Minister for their tireless support towards the Muslim students in Mbale. We thank Girls High School, Mbale Progressive, Oxford High School, Joy SS, Buganda SS, Bugema Comprehensive University Link, among others, for always hosting and supporting the activities and programs which have made a successful regime. We thank the students, we thank the student leaders and students of different schools for being cooperative and supportive to our mosques around Mbale City, which have been supporting us in all ways. I thank the outgoing executive members for their great love, togetherness, support, and our success. with much love and honor, we thank our dear parents for the support Allah have given us by being with us and always allowing us to work for the Muslim community. We do apologize for anything that went wrong in the course of our regime. As I said, we are having the outgoing team, and the outgoing team that has been exercising duties. I'm requesting the chief guest, the patrons, and our patron, Sheikhs Mbale. I want to represent them. Can you stand up? Can you stand up? That is the team that I have been working with. Due to the interest of time, they want to introduce themselves because the introduction has been made in the report. I think I'm requesting that you can stand down. You can sit down. The committee members and council members, we are having. I will begin from there. We are having Mugadu Sharif from the Frugo ACS. We are having Wanenda Abdul Salam from Amosi College. We are having from Oxford High School. Therefore, without wasting your time, let me call upon the treasurer to come and give us what she achieved from the regime. What did we do up to now? The finance, I'm requesting that the finance man and
Muhammad, outgoing finance 2021-2022. I'm from Masawa High School. And this is the financial report for our regime. Printing of all regime letters, that is the activity. Then the source of funds was personal contribution from us, the dead members. Then the dead accounts, that is 50,000. Transport costs throughout the regime. On debt account, we had 388,600. Debt banner of leather, that one there. As our chairman said, for some good time we didn't have it, but Alhamdulillah, we now have it. It is there. I think it is going to run for most of the years, inshallah. And
it is okay, but we have got certain inconvenience whereby the financial report that was supposed to be submitted, we sent a different one. That the one that we are having, that came is a different one. That was the one that we are having. It is here. I'm requesting that the assistant finance can read this one that is we are having.
so the debt banner was 40,000. Then the meeting facilitations, that is on debt account, it was 1,059,000. Then the patrons conference, that is school's contribution, I think we had none because it is blank. Then the printing of their constitutions, personal contribution from us, it was 15,000. Printing of identification cards, that is from us, again, personal contribution, it was 80,000. And most of us have those identity cards. Do you have one? Then basic training course, that was also on debt account, that was 70,000. Then the debt induction course, debt account, 90,000. The seminars on debt account, 30,000. Preaching at schools and radios, that was on schools contribution. It was contributed by the schools. That was 80,000. Purchase of debt files was also on debt account, 10,000. I think most of us have the files, they are there. Then visiting the sick and attending burials, that was personal contribution, 50,000. Certificates from Mbale SS photos to be put in the deck album, that was also on deck accounts, 25,000. Which is plus 20,000, which is 45,000. Then the debt elections that was held at Hamdan Girls, that was from subscription fee from the schools, and it was 910,000. Verification of accounts with the Samaga Women Credit and Savings Association, that was from membership fee and contribution, which was 42,500. Then the joint Eid celebration, that was personal contribution. Next. Handover party preparations, personal contribution was 170,000. Then the money that we got from the markets, it was 541,400. Then from assistance, personalities. Sorry, from material assistance, it is 15,000. Then the assistance itself, 785,000. Then during our regime of power handover expenditure, from mosques, we got 119,000. Then from supermarkets, 116,900. And all the above is 1,673,500. So that is a total of 6,644,900. That is the financial report of our region. Thank you.
Okay, thanks for the kindness that whenever you could come for assistance, you could give us and you could give us attention. Madam Zainab, I'm so grateful that whenever you could call at any time, you could respond. I thank also the patron from Manafa in her absence, but thank you so much. She has done a lot towards our success of the regime. I thank the head teacher of
and then we planned for the handover, which has been long awaited, to take place on 2nd of July 2022. I want to thank all of you. And I want to use my mandate. Therefore, now that nobody is complaining about your report that your chairperson has submitted and the financial report that has been presented by Muhammad Firdaus, I want to take this opportunity to resolve that you are no longer in leadership from today, but we want to usher you into the family of senior day members. Congratulations. Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Walillahi alhamd. I want to humbly request that the outgoing team should stand up for recognition. They have done a very good job. Stand up for recognition, outgoing team. The incoming team, stand up for recognition. Can I invite the chairperson to come in front here, such that I can present you to the chief guest to know that you are the incoming chairperson. Come and stand here. Our dear chief guest, the one who is coming there is the chairperson, the new chairperson of the regime. Stop there. Stop there. That one is the incoming chairperson. May I invite the outgoing chairperson to come this side? The chairman of the regime. I now want to request that the chairman of the regime 2020-2022 presents our files back as a signal of handing over. Bring the files to the chief guest. Submit them to the chief guest. To the chief guest, we want to thank you so much. Chief guest will shake your hands. We'll shake your hands in appreciation for what you have done. And we want to thank you so much for the work well done. I want to call upon the chairman incoming, to come near me and receive the files on behalf of the regime. I request the chief guest to help me do this exercise. Please, can you receive the files on behalf of the team? 2021-2022, 2022-2023 regime. Congratulations. Barakallahu fikum. Jazakumullahu khair. We pray to Allah to strengthen you and also help you work beyond what your predecessors have done. May you please now shake the hands with your brother, and then you can hug. You can put somewhere the files such that the hugging and the shaking is very marvelous. Okay, there should be something that has love. Okay, something that shows love. Come on, mashallah. It's very interesting. I'm receiving problems. Thank you, brother, for offloading problems. Tell me, okay? Mashallah, barakallahu fikum. Pray for him. Pray for him. Pray for him. Amen. Barakallahu fikum, jazakallahu khair. We pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect you such that you begin nurturing very well, because now you are nurturers. You are the people now who are going to guide this team. Please don't despair and don't leave this team to go and mess. May Allah reward you most abundantly. Now you have the honors to take up those seats as senior members. Take up your seats as senior members. MashaAllah. You are now part of us from today. Can you imagine? MashaAllah. May I request the incoming team, everybody to hold your oath. Hold your oath. Get your oath. Get your oath. I am going to ask the chairman to swear in. Bismillah. I, chairman, your right hand up with your Quran in your right hand with the Quran. Hold the right hand. Hold the Quran in your right hand. Chairperson, hold the Quran high. Say Bismillah. Continue.
I will Abdul Swapur, I swear that I shall faithfully exercise the function of the office of the chairman of the Muslims Association of Uganda, Mbale District Muslims Association, and shall uphold, preserve, and defend the Constitution and observe the teaching of the Holy Quran and Sunnah, and that I shall work tirelessly to promote the cause of Muslim students in Uganda. So help and guide me, Allah.
Takbir. Allah. Can I have Secretary of Women Affairs hold the Quran in your right hand high? Bismillah.
I, Lotus Ramla, swear that I shall faithfully exercise the function of the office of Secretary of Women Affairs of the Muslim Students Association of Uganda, Mbale District Muslim Students Association, and shall uphold, preserve, and defend the Constitution and observe the teaching of the Holy Quran and Sunnah, and I shall work tirelessly to promote the cause of Muslim students in Uganda. So help me and guide me, Allah.
Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah. Allahu Akbar. Akbar walillahi alhamd. Take this microphone to the Dawah Secretary. So all of you are going to pronounce your oaths. Dawah Secretary in the lead. Give this microphone to the Dawah Secretary. Okay. Everybody hold the Quran in your right hand. Chairperson, you can sit. Secretary of Women Affairs, you can sit.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Okay. So what is going to happen? Everybody is going to mention, you mention your name in that sequence. Is that okay? The remaining words are the same. So when we say Bismillah, everybody will be expected to say Bismillah. When you say I, everybody will be expected to say I. Then the confusion will be on the name, because each name will be different. Then the next confusion will be in the office that you are serving. After that, I want to see the synchrony of all the wordings up to the end. So we are beginning now. Your right hands with the Quran high. Right? Can we begin? Bismillah.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
I say Bismillah.
Bismillah.
I, Ramal Mandela, swear that I shall faithfully exercise the functions of the office of our Secretary of the Muslim Students Association of Uganda, Mbale District Muslim Students Association, and shall faithfully preserve and defend the Constitution and observe the teaching of the Quran and Sunnah, and that I shall work tirelessly to promote the cause of Muslim Students Association in Uganda. So help and guide me, Allah. Takbir.
Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar walillah.
Please great word to you that Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Of our outgoing team, I have managed to make my work plan. As the outgoing chairman said, that you can't be successful in everything you do. So whatever you do, you have to know that Allah is going to guide you, and sometimes you may go wrong, inshallah. And I thank the outgoing team that they have managed to cooperate with us in all handover have been with them. Inshallah, may Allah reward you abundantly in the work you have done, fi dunya wal akhirah. Here is my work plan. Objectives: to improve communication network of the DIC with schools. Activities: creating of seminars and teach students the guidelines of education in order to avoid the school dropout and encourage their ambitions. Still on activities, embarking on visiting the prisoners and also hospital as the outgoing regime has been doing. Number C, organizing of the patrol meeting and also visiting them to their school to encourage them to promote Islam activity. Objective 2, to innovate the financial status. On side of activities, improving on funds of the league by paying off weekly fee from every member, inshallah. B, creating or opening bank accounts for the league to keep money safe. C, making follow-up to letters sent to schools for ceremonies contribution. Objective 3, to encourage the Dawa program.
The mandate that I have, my name is Qasim Shuaib Abdul Khaliq Magombe, Miskinullah, the patron of Mbale City and Mbale Dek Muslim Students Association of Uganda. We are having two hands. We have Mbale City and Mbale District. So we have appointed Madam Nancha Isigo to work in the district as the patron, and Mbale City, Qasim Shuaib Abdul Khaliq Magombe as the patron. But as we work together, we agree that we shall have this handover in the district. We shall have it in the district. That's why we are here. I think here we are in the district. Okay. Is this function at the right place when we are having district handover?
Yes. I heard somebody say no.
Yes? Is it yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, correct. Can you say takbir to yourselves because of saying yes?
Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Walillahil hamd.
The presentation of the reports the two reports, the chairman's report and the financial report. We have seen them, but we have I was looking at one challenge. I don't know whether you have also seen. There is where they told us they had preparations for the joint Eid celebrations. I am sure there is no single activity in the regime that can be done, even when it was done by one person. It will always involve finance. If you have not pulled out in terms of cash, you will have consumed the time, and that time is translated into finance. So we want to challenge the incoming finance that when you sit down and plan, calculate the time that you are spending, because for us in English we say a sente buba budde ate obudde ziba sente. Is that okay? Time is what? So now when time is money and you have spent a lot of time doing work and you don't put there anything as a financial implication, this one is indiscipline. That you didn't use any money. You mean you didn't use any time? So I want to thank you so much. Now, given the magnitude of time, I want to pose a question. That is there any school that feels that their finances have not been included in the report? Because that's where we need to know. Do you think your financial contributions have not been included in the report? Yes? Is there any school? Because we have put everything there. Silence means consent, that all of you, whoever has ever contributed, at least you have heard something about the chairman. I want now to take this opportunity to thank the chairman for giving us such an educative report. When he said we had a challenge that some members of the regime were always nervous and naive in working. But he also told us that there are those who were so strong in working. May I request the outgoing team, all of you, to stand up for recognition. I have never worked with such a team. This is the team that I am proud of since we started, since I was given the mandate. And we concluded, when we concluded, is it UPDF or it is called the coronavirus? From the time we ended coronavirus, I've never worked with any other team, the one which is as good as this team. This team has worked for 3 years. Yes, it was year 2020, 2020, 2021, 2022. They reduced their time. Sorry, I don't want to report the petrol at the region, but the region gave them time up to November 2022. Now, for them, they decided to chop their time by a lot of time, because the region was expecting to see them come at the region in November when the region is doing what? Is handing over. So for them, they are challenging the region, that the region is delaying, because our term, our activities are that we begin with Musa to hand over. Okay, Musa's handover in September, then the district's handover in October, then the region hands over in November, and then the NEC hands over in December. Now these ones started changing things. Schools are the ones that started disturbing us. For us, we're handing over, we're handing over, we're handing over, we're handing over. So even the district also started. Now want to hand over, want to hand over, want to hand over, want to hand over. Said, these ones are forgotten. But I talked to Yusuf. Yusuf, I told him that this one is unconstitutional, but the region has added you a very good term of office because you are affected by COVID. So you will be ending in September. Now, one day comes and says, we're not handing over. So I told them, now what do you do? You organize and we hand over. There is an interesting team from Mbale says, stand up. Mbale says, stand up, all of you from Mbale says. Mbale says amused me. I don't know where is the chairperson have to go. The team amused me, my chief guest. The team amused me. They wrote for my report and wrote the names and told me, Master, we have finished. They didn't want to hand over that they don't have time. So the things were like that. Okay? The incoming regime, the outgoing regime. So the outgoing regime said, we have finished. You work. So the incoming started working. Because for us we are working. Said, for you don't want to hand over. So when we asked them, the chairperson came and asked them, what is the problem? They said, we are busy. Okay, we can't hand over. So I did.
على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد بن عبد الله صلوات الله وسلامه عليه وبعد. I want to start by thanking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who chose Mfumo to be the host. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen.
Amen.
I want to thank him for enabling everybody here to move and reach this place. It's not a good place as you have seen it. But always, when you move, you appreciate God's creatures. When you come here, you first see the mountain. Very many people come around, and what they first see around here is this mountain here. The other thing Mfumba says is not this mosque, it's not those buildings you have seen up. Mfumba says starts from there. That's the master's office. They're laughing, eh? You move downward. That's our school. With some colors demarcating the separation of Mfumba and the Mfumba Primary School. We are building Mfumba. Not that we started yesterday. Mfumba started in 1994, when some of you are not yet born. 1994 is when Mfumba started. It started at the sub-county, it moved at Jewa Primary School, it came back at Mfumba Primary School. It has been here for those years I have mentioned. Government came in with youth program in 2007. Government took it over in 2009 as government-aided secondary school. It has 17 teachers on government payroll. Out of 17, only 5 are Muslim teachers. The rest are not Muslim teachers. I have not worked only here. I started teaching in 2002. I taught in Nur Islamic, I taught in Progressive, I taught in Mbale Modern, I taught I came to Uganda in 2007. I spent in Uganda for about 10 years. I met my family. And the first association of Muslim Students Club in Uganda is, I think I'm the one who started it, because it wasn't there. But it's a Muslim founded school. Big. And my father became my chairperson. We worked with him hard, and we reached this school. He could come and greet them, teach them something. I left Uganda, I went to do the SS for 3 years. I did not find an association in Uganda. I appreciate the regional patron, Mr. Hamid. He came and visited us. We tried, and we have left there some signs of Muslim Students Association in Uganda. I came to this school in 2020. We started well when COVID came in. It was this year, first term, when we thought of coming up with the Ufumusa that we are talking about today. But these things were there before us. Because I remember when I was in Uganda, we could come and visit the club here. But due to some challenges, we maybe could have died out during that time. When I came in, it was not functional. That's why we have requested the patron in district and the chairperson in coming now, that these people should work up to around October, because they are seeing being trained. They didn't know anything about Musa. When I came with the idea, they were asking, what is it about? This is why we have a challenge, the red patron. I request that you go down to primary schools. At least from P6, the people should be knowing what is sour. When they come in second, it will be easier for us to handle the programs of sour. I want to conclude by thanking everybody for sacrificing and loving Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I want to encourage younger people like you are sitting here. That Islam needs younger people, not old people like us now. The Prophet says, Al-Mu'min Qawiyyu Khayrun. A good believer, a strong believer is the best before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Min al-mu'min dhaif. Now when you talk about Islam growing, it cannot grow with old people. It should grow with younger people. We have challenges in schools with Sabaton. Whenever we move, we find challenges are similar challenges. When I was in the Uganda conference, this young man was shaking the head. I started the Komosa in Uganda because I taught there as a teacher, a principal, they called me very many titles. One teacher came up and said, I don't want anything to happen here because it's a Muslim-founded school. I told them I'm the head teacher. I want it to be there. This young man is telling me we have challenges. Those challenges will be there until you die. When you come to our schools, Muslim-founded, there are similar problems from similar to those ones non-Muslim-founded schools. You'll find any teachers are Muslim but does not pray. Teachers are there, they don't go to the mosque. Me, I have teachers in this school. That's why you see I'm bringing young people. I'm the standard. And where's the do? They call him a librarian. And a librarian be a patron must be a teacher, isn't it? But because you collapse what we are doing, I told him, take over. Because for us, we move according to the teachings of Islam. Take over. Who took over is now the patron of Ufumusa. Hamza here is not on government payroll, he's just trying to look for a job. I told him work with me. The so-called senior teachers, Muslim, they don't bother about these things here. So waste of time. They don't even pray in the Muslim-founded school. The mosque is here, the office is there. Because some do not come in the mosque and pray Dhuhr as we wonder. That's the problem that we want to tell you young people. When you are doing anything, do it with good heart from your generation, or from your age. Don't think you will improve Islam, you will work for Islam when you grow. At my age, it will become very difficult. This one I worked with him. That's why he's here. You know him, I told him. My father, I told him. That's me here. He has a lot of words. Am I clear? But we started when we were in primary, loving the religion, Islam, and loving Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So I want to encourage you. There are challenges, but show that you need Islam. Show that you love Islam. Support Islam, wherever you are. It is our happiness to see the Islam growing in those schools where you are. I'll be very happy when we hear next year that more converts are in these schools. I was telling these people of Fumbo, the conduct of yours will attract a non-Muslim student to convert. But if a Muslim does not pray and you say I'm a Muslim, you're not going to attract anybody. So prayers must be observed in our schools. I want to encourage you to continue supporting yourselves in schools wherever you are, so that we can propagate Islam. As I conclude, I want to thank my colleagues, the teachers who have come. It is very hard, Mr. Patron, to find a teacher moving with students from the school, but for Muslim issues. Teachers love sports, they will go very many. Former SSC went up the region. I could make my simple budget, and I said the games master, I want you to go with 3 people. But when he comes back, I will tell Mr. Magom, when I was traveling, about 5 teachers joined me. The allowance you gave me was small. I said, but why? When you tell them to come, like today they could be here in big numbers. Where are they? You don't want to waste time on no Islam. That's how they talk, which is very hard. Thank you, teachers, for supporting these younger people, moving with them, and we request that you continue. For us as the teachers, we shall support you, inshallah. We have small monies, but we can part with some and support these associations to continue. To me, end there by wishing a good
the patron, Mbale district and Mbale city, the head teacher, the host, the salon, the patrons from different schools, invited guests, the media houses around, the community members, parents, incoming and outgoing, regional executive council, the community of Bufumbo Senior Secondary School. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam.
In our life, it's very dangerous for any person not to be good in any way. As we go back, as Muslim students, as Muslim leaders, as Muslim community, just identify one thing that will describe you as someone good. They have read a number of reports. They have given us plus. Some of us we have just been hearing about the Bufumbo Senior Secondary School of Bufumbo. Whoever does not mind about someone's health or someone's life, it's very dangerous. My point here, it's very dangerous for someone to be in power and doesn't hand over. If you're given, if you're trusted, what do you need to do? You have to trust back and continue. Never be good for one time. Never get tired for being good. For any community, no community that will be proud of anyone who is not good. Our message is just choose one thing and be good. If it's education is good, then just be educationist. If sharing with other people is good, share with them. With the powers interested in me, this side we are granting them to be the ambassadors of change in this community, in this country, in this region. Whatever we share with our colleagues, with our brothers and sisters, we always tell them never be tired of being patient. Once you realize that the community is proud of you, you will stop doing whatever you think it is not good on your side. If you just imagine how old you are and in the class where you are, you realize that you have very many people who would wish to be like you. One of our mentors, whatever he would stand to share with us, he would ask, what would you wish on your day when they are going to bury you, your report to be? Can you write your funeral report and you leave it before they bury you? What will the community, what will the people talk about you? Who are you? Are you good? Among the things we have in this world, in our community, in our village, in our school, in our class, in our dormitory, in our discussion groups, in our family, just choose something and you'll be good. Once we be good, the Muslim community will be proud of you. The Muslim student fraternity will be proud of you. A couple of things have been shared here. I may not re-echo. But as Muslims, we have chance and opportunity of being leaders. And I'm testifying today that it's us who don't want to be in leadership positions. As a Muslim, never be shy for any opportunity that comes along your way. But when Kasim was telling me there are some few schools that were given some positions to be part of the district executive council. And they say we can't be on those simple positions. It's very dangerous. Wherever you are in any community and they give you any position, never shun away. I thank the head teacher from Bosnia Secondary School. He's my brother. Wherever he has been, he does so many things. He has done so many things for the community, but he's branded as a sour, strong man that he can't be in any community and people or the community don't feel him. So the challenges that we have as Msawa, they are the ones that makes us strong. The first challenge that I'm sure it's finance. You think we don't have money. We have the money. That's why when I see the senior deck members of this district, this younger man, Kale Mahmoud, wherever he goes is shiny. Whoever served any Muslim community leadership with a positive mind, he will serve, he will shine, she will shine. He has a number of charity organizations, activities that he's doing in his community. We may be aware of what you're doing, but the most dangerous thing that you can do to yourself is to do something good and you don't share with your subordinates, your seniors. I task whoever is in this room, in this house, in this holy mosque, that even if you did something small, never think that to share with your patron, your teacher, your parent, your father, your friend, it is useless. It's never useless. The community will base on that to identify who can mobilize others for the right cause. As I end my communication, I encourage each and everyone who is here to mind about this country. We are living in the country of Uganda, and you are responsible whatever takes place in this country. Whenever I interact with my colleagues, I ask them, who is government? Who can change this country? Who can change your home? That's why we always say, be a good person. When you are good, people will always refer, ask, what can we do? When it comes to elections, when it comes to sharing, when it comes to mobilization, when it comes to construction, when it comes, because they know there is someone individual who is good in something. And when the Muslim fraternity is good, we shall always achieve. You can be good in sports, you can be good in talking, you can be good in dressing. Just be good. Once you're good, the community will change. My name is Mbale Amin, the regional patron of Muslim Student Association of Uganda, Eastern Region. I'm a journalist by professional, and I'm working with the University in Uganda, Radio. The gentleman standing there is the Sir Ibrahim Natiti, working with the IUIU FM. The lady seated here, she's called Namjehe Hawa, working with the IUIU FM Radio. We thank you so much for honoring our invitation. As a Muslim students community, we are so proud of you. My message to you, just be good. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Allahu Akbar. Ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar. Coordinator, Secretary, outgoing.
I pray that may the Almighty Allah reward you abundantly. A final message: we are students from various schools representing Umas or Musas. The outgoing team, we have served, but there is one task remaining of folks